All right, guys, I missed you already. I am going to, as promised, walk you through the lesson for today. So you are watching this on Thursday, on our half day. Some of you are at home, some of you are in school. So I am going to bounce back and forth between the differences between whether you're in school or out of school. But the first thing you need to do is log into Schoology. Remember, there's no warm-up. There's no vocabulary. You already put that on there. For those of you who didn't hear, you're putting for 10:15 substitute or sub with a smiley face. And then for 10:16 Friday, you are going to put that we do not have school. So I will check those in OneNote as soon as I am back on Sunday, and you will get your grade. So you're going to log into the week of 10-12. Remember, I have several group folders. You're going to click on your group. And then you're going to click on either the Electric Boogaloo or the Just Be Yourself. So it has your learning target, your success criteria. Please make sure you read this. They're the same for each. We're close reading, and then we're going to kind of dip our toe into the water with connotative meaning. So I'm going to post this video right here. You're already watching it. This should be the first thing that you're doing. Some of you have already read your selection. Those of you who are at home have not. You're going to do your Think Rich graphic organizer, and then once you're finished and you've submitted your Think Rich graphic organizer, you're going to complete the how does connotation affect meaning? This right down here, your Edpuzzle. How does word choice affect tone and meaning? And then once you're finished with those two things, you are done. So I want to the Edpuzzle is self-explanatory. You just click on it and do it. There's a few questions in there, and it is graded. And so is the Electric Boogaloo and the Just Be Yourself Think Rich. So with that being said, I want to kind of walk you through, again, this process. For the Think Rich, remember it'll say My Document. You open it. Those of you who are in class, you already have your books, and you're going to continue with your book. Remember, if you're reading You Are the Electric Boogaloo, it is on page 46. And if you're reading Just Be Yourself, it is on page 48. But again, if you were here yesterday, you have this finished, the think part at least, and some of you are actually finished or finishing up the rich part. So those of you who are at home, please make sure you submit this. Remember, you just exit out and then you click submit over here, and then you'll move on to the Edpuzzle when you are finished. So those of you who were here yesterday and you are in person, you can go ahead and stop this video because the rest is just walking you through, which we did in class. Those of you who are in person and you weren't here yesterday, your peers in your group will catch you up. So I can't wait to see what you submit, and please make sure that you actually turn in both assignments because they are graded. All right, so those of you who are still watching, you are our virtual learners. So we are still doing the Think Rich strategy. Remember, the think is during our first read. It's what do I know, what do I notice, what do I wonder? Your T, your H, and your I all are before reading. And then once you go through and read for the first time, you're going to jot down any new vocabulary you see and then record any questions right off the bat that you have. Okay? Your text is located in two different spots. One location is in your OneNote. When you get into your binder, it's going to be in the reading section, and I showed you yesterday, but I just wanted to kind of reiterate it. And then the other location is on Savvis, so I will walk you through both of those. But when you are doing your first read, you do not need to make any annotations. All I want you to do after activating some of that background knowledge by looking at the title, the images, and other text features, and identifying some of that vocabulary is really, the headings, is really just reading it and asking questions, because again, it's just, what are you thinking? What do you notice? What do you wonder? We're activating that background knowledge. So remember, you do not have to annotate the first time that you read. You'll read the selection. If you're reading You Are the Electric Boogaloo, it's right here. It's the first 15 paragraphs. If you're reading Just Be Yourself, it's right underneath. It's 7 paragraphs. You'll see these down here. Don't worry, these are for Monday, okay? So ignore the charts. You'll do the T, the H, and the I. You will read the text, and then you'll go and do your N and your K in your graphic organizer, okay? So for Just Be Yourself, I might put Just Be Yourself, and it reminds me of a song that is passionate about individuality, okay? And this is a graphic organizer. It does not have to be complete sentences. Once you finish the think portion, you're going to move on to the rich part, okay? And the rich is when we do our close read. So now that you've filled out this portion, your questions down here are going to drive your annotations. So when you are close reading, you're going to annotate the text. So you'll go to draw, you'll use your pen, or you can highlight, and you will mark anything that seems important. Like looking at You Are the Electric Boogaloo, it says, Dear Teen Me. Right off the bat, that stands out to me. Why? Because it lets me know that it's a letter, okay? And over here on the side, remember I'm doing this on my computer, so I can't really write with this. I would write letter, all right? And I'd go through and I'd annotate that whole piece of text. And then once I'm finished, I'm going to take those annotations and kind of sort them out and put them in here. What is the main idea? Give me a sentence. What is the text about? When we have supporting details, give me 3, okay? And you can use your own words. One group that I was working with today pulled specific text evidence, and that's fine too. When it says, what questions do you have? What connections can you make? How does it connect to our learning target? Remember, we're just close reading today. You can bullet this one as well. And then when it says, how can you answer your questions? Don't tell me Google. I want you to actually try to answer your questions either from this box or here. If you're like, I have no idea, make an inference. Based off of what you know and what you read, what do you think the answer is? And then tell me some things that surprised you or what changed or confirmed your thinking. So again, as I had told the people or our in-person people, once you're finished with this, you'll exit out and you will click submit, and it's right over here. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out in Schoology. If you're confused, go back, re-listen to this video. It has everything that you need. All right? See ya.